Welcome to day 11
of Vlogmas.
Let's go! Okay, so currently, we had a long day. We went to drag brunch and we were there till like 3, and then Holland took a 3-hour nap. Seatbelts.
Yes. And then we ordered from Five Guys.
First mistake. What has ever came good from having Five Guys? Oh, so we ordered milkshakes with our Five Guys, but they didn't bring us our milkshakes.
And we only ordered like a sandwich and a burger. So
we were relying on the milkshake, but that's okay, because here's the thing, you can always take matters into your own hands, and that's what we're doing. So once again, come along with us to churn. We got a milkshake. I got Oreo. Holland got Reese's.
peanut butter.
Reese's?
It's a peanut butter cup. That's the name of the. That was the name of the ice cream.
Okay, so we just got back from milkshakes and took a shower, and now we decided it's time for us to start reading The Polar Express. It's been a long 10 days now, 11 days, and I think this is a good moment to kind of sit and sink in and have a moment to just do like a good Christmas tradition of reading.
On Christmas Eve, many years ago, I lay quietly in my bed. I did not rustle the sheets. I breathed slowly and silently. I was listening for a sound. A sound a friend had told me I'd never hear. The ringing bells of Santa's sleigh. There is no Santa, my friend had insisted. But I knew he was wrong. Late that night, I did hear sounds, though not of ringing bells. From outside came the sounds of hissing steam and squeaking metal. I looked through my window and saw a train standing perfectly still in front of my house.
It was wrapped in an apron of steam. Snowflakes fell lightly around it. A conductor stood on the open door of one of the cars. He took a large pocket watch from his vest, then looked up at my window. I put on my slippers and robe. I tiptoed downstairs and out the door. "All aboard!" the conductor cried out. I ran up to him. "Well," he said, "are you coming?" "Where?" I asked. "Why, to the North Pole, of course," was his answer. "This is the Polar Express." I took his outstretched hand and he pulled me aboard.
The train was filled with other children, all in their pajamas and nightgowns. We sang Christmas carols and ate candies with nougat centers as white as snow. We drank hot cocoa as thick and rich as melted chocolate bars. Outside, the lights of towns and villages flickered in the distance as the Polar Express raced northward. Okay.
Soon there were no more lights to be seen. We traveled through the cold, dark forest where lean wolves roamed and white-tailed rabbits hid from our train as it thundered through the quiet wilderness.
We climbed mountains so high it seemed as if we would scrape the moon, but the Polar Express never slowed down. Faster and faster we ran along, rolling over peaks and through valleys like a car on a roller coaster.
The mountains turned into hills and the hills to snow-covered plains. We crossed a barren desert of ice, the great polar ice cap. Lights appeared in the distance. They looked like the lights of a strange ocean liner sailing on the frozen sea. "There," said the conductor, "is the North Pole."
Ooh. What do we think will happen?
I don't know.
Wait and see.
Okay.
We'll just have to wait and see. The North Pole. It was a huge city standing alone at the top of the world, filled with factories where every Christmas toy was made. At first, we saw no elves. They are gathering at the center of the city, the conductor told us. That is where Santa will give the first gift of Christmas. Who receives the first gift, we all asked. The conductor answered, he will choose one of you.
It would be me if he was choosing one person, I think. Outside, we saw hundreds of elves. As our train drew closer to the center of the North Pole, we slowed to a crawl. So crowded were the streets with Santa's helpers. When the Polar Express could go no further, we stopped and the conductor led us outside.
We pressed through the crowd to the edge of a large open circle. In front of us stood Santa's sleigh. The reindeer were excited. They pranced and paced, ringing the silver bells that hung from their harnesses. It was a magical sound like nothing I'd ever heard. Across the circle, the elves moved apart and Santa Claus appeared. The elves cheered wildly. He marched over to us and pointed to me, said, let's have this fella here. He jumped into his sleigh. The conductor handed me up. I sat on Santa's knees and he asked, now what would you like for Christmas? This is Santa.
I knew that I could have any gift I could imagine, but the thing I wanted most for Christmas was not inside Santa's giant bag. What I wanted more than anything was one of those silver bells from Santa's sleigh. When I asked, Santa smiled. Then he gave me a hug and told an elf to cut a bell from a reindeer's harness. The elf tossed it up to Santa. He stood holding the bell high above him and called out, "The first gift of Christmas!" Nice, thank you.
A clock struck midnight as the elves roared their approval. Santa handed the bell to me, and I put it in my bathrobe pocket. The conductor helped me down from the sleigh. Santa shouted at the reindeers' names and cracked his whip. His team charged forward and climbed into the air. Santa circled once above us, then disappeared in the cold, dark polar sky. This is the crowd, and these are reindeer and Santa's sleigh.
I think art is actually supposed to be what you view it as and not what others tell you to view it as. I don't remember any of these characters in the movie, but I'm gonna try to get past it. The book is always so different from the movie.
So you've been told.
I've read books before, Holland. As soon as we were back inside the Polar Express, the other children asked to see the bell. I reached into my pocket, but the only thing I felt was a hole. I had lost the silver bell from Santa Claus's sleigh. "Let's hurry outside and look for it," one of the children said, but the train gave a sudden lurch.
Thank you.
What is a lurch?
Yeah.
Lurch?
Uh-huh.
A sudden lurch! And started moving. We were on our way home. Shucks! Where's the bell? Oh my god, there's a freaking hole in my pocket! I would like to act this out next. Can we act it out next? Oh, you want to see my bell? There's a freaking hole in my pocket! Oh, I have an idea. Let's go outside and look for it.
No, that's me.
Oh, I'm lurched. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
I have an idea. Let's go outside and look for it. Whoa! It broke my heart to lose the bell. When the train reached my house, I sadly left the other children. I stood at my doorway and waved goodbye. The conductor said something from the moving train, but I couldn't hear him. "What?" I yelled out. He cupped it. He cupped his hands around his mouth. "Merry Christmas," he shouted. The Polar Express let on a... Polar Express let out a loud blast from its whistle and sped away.
Reading is tough. People don't tell you about how hard reading is. Oh, this is a little On Christmas morning, my little sister Sarah and I opened our presents. When it looked as if everything had been unwrapped, Sarah found one last small box behind the tree. It had my name on it. Inside was the silver bell. There was a note. Found this in the seat of my sleigh. Fix that hole in your pocket. Signed, Mr. C. He was like, I like to keep it casual. Mr. C. He was like, you don't have to call me Santa Claus. Mr. C works. Please, Mr. C. I shook the bell. It made the most beautiful sound my sister and I had ever heard. But my mother said, oh, that's too bad. Yes, said my father, it's broken. When I'd shaken the bell, my parents had not heard a sound.
At one time, most of my friends could hear the bell, but as years passed, it fell silent for all of them. Even Sarah found one Christmas that she could no longer hear its sweet sound. Though I've grown old, the bell still rings for me as it does for all who truly believe.
I have chills.
I do too!
Only believers in here. I'm not showing it to you if you don't believe. Is it just silent in here?
That is Allie's Polar Express ticket.
It's really sad that a lot of you can't hear this. If you hear it right now, then you're a believer. That's what I thought. Okay guys, well that's it. Thanks for joining us on a chill night, day 11 of
Vlogmas.
I hope you enjoyed. If you're struggling, I hope whatever weight you're carrying gets easier to carry. I'm glad that you're here.
Ditto.
If you're having a tough time during the holidays, just come listen to us struggle while reading the Polar Express, and hopefully you'll feel a little better. And secondly, realize. So I'll leave you with that. And that's it.
Let's get out of here. Our dog is probably pooping up.
Get back here.
I'm scared.
Bye. Sexual. Welcome to day 11. Today we're going to be doing the pacer test.